Hello and good morning to all of you. Today I will be discussing about this Delhi conspiracy. But please don't relate this Delhi conspiracy with this Arvind Kejriwal, where he is saying something about Operation Lotus or how the Gujarat election will take place. IB has presented the report where Aam Aadmi Party is getting a thumping majority. My subject is completely different. Actually, the political ecosystem of our country nowadays is very hot, as in 2 months the Gujarat election will take place. So this Delhi conspiracy is somewhat different. This happens in 1912. What actually happens in this Delhi conspiracy? My friends, in 1907, Surat split happens. And when the Surat split happens, Britishers, they suppressed the ongoing activities of this Indian National Congress, and they placed so many leaders behind the bars. You know what happened to the extremist leader Tilak? He was thrown to the Mandalay jail. Arvindo Ghosh, he took retirement from the politics and settled down somewhere in Puducherry ashram. So what happened that this was the time when the unity got divided and the leaders were placed behind the bars. So what will happen to their supporters or to their followers? Who was there to show the roadmap to their supporters? Who was working as a GPS to tell the further strategy if these leaders had been placed behind the bars? So my friends, the vacuum got created, and as these sketch makers, the roadmap, the GPS, they had been placed behind the bars. So the followers, they became completely clueless, and when they became completely clueless, there was no one to tell them the further strategy, the proper planning to execute something. So whatever they thought, they did at least their level best. But what am I thinking, that if the leaders who had been placed behind the bars, if they had been out of the jail, I think the incidents which were committed by the followers of these moderates and extremists, I think those incidents could have been performed or executed in a much more organized, or the degree of success could have been achieved little more. So one of the incident happens in 1912, which is studied under the extremist revolutionary activities. So these revolutionary activities where these people, they were thinking that the force can be stopped by the force. But I think at this juncture, completely believing on the force, I don't think it was an appropriate idea, because the Britishers, they had the whole machinery, they were backed up with the military, and they were insulated by so many defensive mechanisms. So how the force, at least at this time, could have been stopped by the force? But these small or the fragmented incidents which kept on happening time to time, one of them was this Delhi conspiracy, and it was related to the throwing the bomb over the Lord Hardinge. So what happens that in the year 1911, the capital was transferred from Bengal to Delhi. And to witness this event, Lord Hardinge, who was the Viceroy of India, he was having a procession in Delhi, because the capital was changed, so he wanted to witness this movement. And when he was having his procession in Delhi and reached to Chandni Chowk. Chandni Chowk is located in the heart of Delhi. It's a very beautiful place. Chandni Chowk, the name, why it was named Chandni Chowk, it has a very interesting story, but I want to restrict myself with this Delhi concept. So what happens that his procession reached to Chandni Chowk. He was sitting on the elephant when this procession was going on. He was sitting on the elephant, and one person who was also sitting beside this Viceroy, Lord Hardinge, he was holding the umbrella, because these people who were designated as Viceroy, they were coming from very aristocratic family, and so what happened that the person who was holding the umbrella, he was protecting the Viceroy from the sunlight and from any, you can say, means basically these people were so aristocratic that they always had some people to take care of them. So, and why am I emphasizing over the person who was holding this umbrella? Because what happens when they both were sitting on the elephant and the procession, so many people were walking with them, what happens that one of the revolutionary, whose name was Basant Kumar Biswas, he threw a bomb. He threw a bomb over Lord Hardinge, as Basant Kumar Biswas, he wanted to kill to Lord Hardinge. He wanted to teach a lesson to the Britishers, and in response to this, the bomb was thrown. But as I have told you that it was not properly managed. As a result, what happens that somehow the Viceroy, Lord Hardinge, he was saved. He was badly injured, but he was not killed. But the person who was holding the umbrella of Lord Hardinge, who was trying to protect the Lord Hardinge from the sunlight, he died. He was killed by that bomb. So, means you can say to whom this Basant Kumar Biswas wanted to kill Lord Hardinge, he clothes saved, and the person who was holding the umbrella, he was, so means his you can say, what do we call it, target, it got interchanged. But the good thing is there that the elephant, it was saved completely. So basically what happens that you should understand that hitting a bomb or throwing a bomb over the people who has this kind of designation, the Viceroy, I think it is equivalent nowadays to throw a bomb over the Prime Minister of India. So you can understand how what kind of daring activities, or how confident these Basant Kumar Biswas or his team members. This Basant Kumar Biswas, he was the member of Yugantar group. So how confident they were, how courageous they were, because taking these kinds of steps, throwing a bomb over the people like Viceroy, it was not an easy task. But this Basant Kumar Biswas, as he was full of patriotism, he wanted to, somehow teach the lesson to these Britishers. He threw a bomb where that umbrella holder, he was killed, and this Lord Hardinge was badly injured. Elephant was saved. This incident in history is known as Delhi Conspiracy. And after that, what happens? The Britishers, they lose their whole machinery to capture Basant Kumar Biswas and the other people who were involved in this bomb throwing activity. Finally, all the people were caught, and the Basant Kumar Biswas, he was hanged till death with rest of his team members. Thank you.